Hello traders, welcome back to the JC Trades YouTube channel where I post my raw and authentic trading journey. Today is January 7th, 2026, and I'll be taking you guys through some of the trades that I took and how I navigated the market. This morning's session was definitely one for the books. Showed me some things that I have never seen in my trading journey, my trading career, but I'm honestly ultimately proud of how I navigated the markets and how I didn't let my emotions control me or overcome me. So I want to show you guys some of the trades that I took, show you this breakdown. With that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, so to start off the day, if we look at the higher time frame, just to get an idea of what we want to do today, we have two bullish 1 hour gaps and no bearish gaps. So what that tells me is we are definitely looking for longs today. Also, if we drop down here and we look at what some of our draws are, we have a previous day. This is a previous day Asia high, so we'll mark that out. This is what ended up being my draw for the day, and then we also have some London lows here, as well as a New York AM low down here. So we have liquidity in both directions, but I'm definitely leaning bullish because of these higher time frame gaps. So if we drop down to the 1 minute and we look off the open is right here at 9:30, and to start the session we kind of just trend higher. I don't see many opportunities to get into the market involved here, but as we play price forward, if we just come here, we form this 15-minute bullish gap, and this was the key gap for the session for me, as we are looking to target this higher liquidity. We have a higher time frame PD array with the 15-minute gap, and we're looking to trade out of it. So I'm looking for price to come down into this gap, reject, give me some type of inverse fair value gap so that we can continue higher for this Asia high. So if we play price forward, we tap into the 15-minute gap here. We end up tapping consequent encroachment actually, or the CE of the gap, and we reverse off of the CE. We form this 1 minute gap here, and we end up inversing it right here off of this candle, which is where I got in the trade. So I got in here with my stop below the low, and then targeting the Asia high for 1 to 1.5. If we play price forward a little bit, this was my break-even gap. Let's see. This is where I wanted to take profits at and then eventually go break even. So if we play it forward a little bit, we ended up being in drawdown, and I'm not even gonna lie, once we got down here, my emotions started to kick in, and this is where I find out what type of trader I am and what I want to be. Like, I was definitely emotional here and wanted to cut it short, but when you set a stop loss, you are already accepting your risk. Like, I just have to let it rock and just take the fact that we are in drawdown. I mean, it is what it is. If we lose a trade, that's what it is. We should have took the trade if we didn't want to put that risk on the table. So I was a little nervous here, but just let it rock out, trying to be more disciplined trader, which was a good thing. We ended up reversing, and we come up and let's see, we hit this break even here. So I took profits here. I scaled off about half my position, left the other half to run up to my target, and then I went break even. So this is now a risk-free trade, and let me show you why going break even and taking partials is such a good thing to do, especially in this January or Q1 market. So this is the first time I've ever experienced this. This next candle happened in about the matter of 10 seconds. Boom. we have a death candle of 64 points in about 10 seconds. Actually, I believe it goes even lower than this. Oh no, it doesn't. So we have one candle that just, I mean, this would have taken us out our trade. This would have hit our stop loss. We went from this high down to this low, a 90-point candle. 90-point move within like a minute and a half. I've never seen that in my life, but I was so confident in the trade idea that once I seen price come back down and tap this CE of this gap, and then we close here, I entered back in another position here, and targeted this high again. So I'm now in a second trade with the same idea after this liquidity grab is what I seen it as. It came down, swept all these lows. This is even LR here. We came down, swept all of that, and then yeah, I believe that we were going to continue higher. So I entered another position here. I kind of trailed my stops here. I didn't want a huge stop like down here, but I believe I put it here. Oh, no. I put it down here. And then let the trade run. We get up here. At this point, again, we are at this high. I scaled out and went break even again. So this is another break even point. So this is now another risk-free trade. And then at this point, I am trailing my stop loss once we get here. So I believe my new stop was around here is where I put it. And I'm just trailing this up because we're so close to the Asia high, so close to our TP. I don't like to just be like, okay, I'm just going to let it run and hit it. Like, if we're this close, we're 10 points, 9 points away from our take profit. This is basically our take profit. So now I'm just trailing my stop, trailing it up, and I believe I moved it up here to this low now, and then we get stopped out here, and this was a great decision. Let me show you why. Play price forward, and we completely, oh no, actually it ended up hitting Asia high, but I'm not mad about that at all because I'd rather have this trailing stop loss and get stopped out 9 points away from the take profit rather than it come here and then just reverse, because that has happened to me where it's so close to my take profit, but I want to just let it hit it. I want to hear that order filled or whatever, and then it just completely reverses on me. So this is, in my opinion, another good trade management. I'm not mad about getting stopped out here. I ended the day with a total of $460 profit. It would have definitely been more if this death candle didn't do what it did, but I ended up getting a better entry for a second trade I did anyway. So it is what it is. This was, I would say my best trading day that I've ever had in terms of my psychology. The fact that I didn't get out the trade here when I was in drawdown, and how I recovered from this candle and then took another stab at it because I was so confident and I had conviction in my idea. This was, I definitely say, my best trading day that I've had in my journey. So end the day off, $460 profits. Yeah, that's pretty much the trade and the idea that we had for the day. So this gives me a lot of confidence for the rest of the week. I'm starting to learn the markets a little bit, not learn the markets a little bit, but get a better feel of the markets, seeing how it's moving. It's very herky-jerky, so anything I do, I have to go break even quick and scale profits off. I can't sit here and just like set and forget and try to let it go right now, because price can just whip back 90 points, you can see, in 15 seconds. So it's giving me a lot of clarity for the week, a lot of clarity for the month, and I'm confident. I think we'll be seeing our first payout pretty soon. Let's not jinx myself, but yeah, this gives me confidence. So that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like, drop a comment if you like. Appreciate you guys for watching. Peace.